At Strongest Defense, we have a special approach to criminal defense. When you come to my office, we don't look at you as just somebody accused of a crime. We look at you as a friend or a family member. I actually tell people, if you're old enough, you're my father or mother or grandfather or grandmother. If you're my age, you're my brother or sister, and you might be my daughter or son. That's how we try to treat people. When you come in, we don't judge you. We don't decide whether you're telling the truth or not. We take everything you say at face value, and our goal is to help you through the process. We don't need to add to your stress by being jerks to you when you sit in our office. We're not better than you or anything else like that. You're my brother. You're my mother. You're my child. That's how you get treated here at Strongest Defense. A lot of people talk about track records or success stories in criminal defense, and to be quite frank with you, the answer varies dramatically. Some cases are not winnable. And so, if you have an unwinnable case, how do you measure success? Is it because you got years of prison reduced to probation and local jail time? Is it because some more serious charge got reduced to a less serious charge? Do you look at the only possible outcome in this case, the only thing that saves my job or saves my career is if I win the case? There's a different standard for what a win means and a loss means. We want to hear from you what your actual goals are. Some people might want to say, I need to win this case, and we need to know why you need to win this case, because we can also find ways around the issue you have potentially. If it's an immigration issue, if it's an issue with a license, we can help you navigate those issues. Many people will ask me, hey, what is your track record on this type of case? What kind of success have you had? And I look at it this way. I've got a guy who was facing 75 years to life on 3 third strike cases, one of my earlier clients, Tony. And Tony had a problem. He had drug addiction issues for 34 years. So instead of doing 75 years to life like he was accused of, we got Tony a drug treatment program. He was placed on probation. The judge brought him back every year for 5 years, and he successfully completed without going to jail, without spending 75 of his years of his life in custody. We have lawyers at my firm who all have at least 25 years experience. We have that experience for one purpose, to help you through this process. Some of us have grown up as prosecutors who are now defense attorneys. Others have been military or defense attorneys first. Others have been fire chiefs and lawyers in the civil arena. Each of us has a different area of experience. Each of us has a different skill set, and we use all of those to help you win your case or get your best outcome. I know if you've gone through the internet, you'll see lots of people claiming to have criminal experience. I've been a prosecutor or a defense attorney for the last 31 years. I've handled thousands of criminal defense cases and tens of thousands of cases as a prosecutor. I know both sides of the law. That's important to you when you're trying to pick a lawyer to help you out with the case, because you need someone who knows both sides. Both sides have a goal, both sides have a purpose, but you need someone who knows both sides, the ins and outs, and sometimes the people to speak with about your case and call directly to get you a better outcome. We have an excellent track record at Strongest Defense. Part of it comes from the fact that I was a prosecutor for 13 and a half years at the Ventura County DA's office. I was a supervisor there. I was a senior deputy district attorney, and I handled I handled thousands of cases and 99 jury trials for the prosecution and a couple hundred court trials. As a defense attorney, we've handled another 80 or so as of 2024 and in jury trials, and again, another couple hundred court trials. Now, while this experience may sound fluffy It may sound like, oh, he's just bragging about what's going on. When I ask a prosecutor for a deal with one of my clients who doesn't want to go to trial, frankly, the prosecutor knows that if I'm not happy with the outcome being offered to my client, I'm willing to take it to the box. I'm willing to fight all the way to the end. I also, because of my experience on both sides of the aisle and having helped the DA's office develop policies about how outcomes should occur on certain types of cases over the years, I know what a case is worth. I know what a good deal is, what a bad deal is, what a great outcome is. And I won't stop until we get you the right outcome on the case. That's my goal. That's the goal of Strongest Defense, to provide you with the strongest defense possible in your criminal case. I started at the Ventura County District Attorney's Office in October of 1993. I was there till the beginning of 2007. During my time there, I prosecuted misdemeanor cases, juvenile cases, aggravated felony cases, and sexual assault. One of the reasons I'm sitting here now today as a defense attorney is because before I left, I saw two things. Number one, I was prosecuting a guy for assault with a deadly weapon, for criminal threats, for burglary, residential burglary, and the person was facing about a decade and change in custody. We went to trial, and the guy got one not guilty vote. During the time after the trial, but before the second trial occurred, I found out that the victim had framed his innocent former roommate of a crime. I almost put an innocent man in prison for more than a decade for something he truly did not do. It frankly shook me to the core, and I decided that I was not going to use my trial skills anymore to potentially put innocent people behind bars, but instead I would use those same trial skills to pursue the justice for the people who are accused of crimes, especially those who are falsely accused. And so that's why I switched sides. Not for money, not for glory, not for anything else, but because I know that when you're innocent of a crime and you're wrongfully accused, you need the best help you can get. You need someone who will fight with you to the very end and win. And even if you did what they accused you of, we shouldn't just roll over and accept it. What we should do is we should fight to improve your situation. We should make sure that the DA's office and law enforcement did everything lawfully and the right way, because if they didn't, it's not fair. And if you're being accused of a crime, you should make darn sure that the other side is following the law too. And that's my job as Strongest Defense. I'm David Lehr, and my job is to defend you. Guilty, not guilty, doesn't matter. My job is to defend you and get the best possible outcome in your case. One of the reasons I work as a defense attorney now is because family is so important. Even people accused of the most serious crime, murder, assault with a deadly weapon, robbery, down to drug sales or anything else, DUI causing injury, we all have families. And to those people around us, the ones who love us the most, I've got 11 children my wife and I have raised for the last couple of decades. I've got 11 children, and they're growing up now. And if I was out of their lives for a while because I was falsely accused of a crime or rightly accused of a crime, that would crush me. And so I understand that if you're accused of a crime and you've got family, you want to get back to them. One of my first clients was a guy whose only goal was to get out of custody long enough to see his mom, who was dying of cancer. Dan's his first name, and Dan hired me just for that one purpose. And I tried 3 times to get him out of custody, bail on appeal, and the judge said no 3 times. But the fourth time I tried, I got his entire case dismissed. Dan was released from custody and got to be with his mom for the last 6 weeks of her life. That was an irreplaceable time. He couldn't have gotten that unless I was a defense attorney. And that's why when I look at my kids' eyes, when I look into the eyes of my wife, I see the love we have, and I know the love you have for your family too. I want to keep that strong, and the best way I can do that is get you back to them and get this case behind you. My family loves the law so much. I've got my fourth daughter. She's in law school now. My first son, my fifth child, he's going to law school. My wife actually is in law school now. So this is not just an event where the family is my reason, but the family likes what we do so much that they're all joining the firm. If you'd like to be part of our family and you'd like to get the help of a brother, of a father like me, of a person who wants to fight for you, give us a call at Strongest Defense. Even if it's just a chance to talk about your case, we'll give you a free case evaluation. But more importantly, when you come here, you won't be judged. You'll just be given the full defense you deserve.